Hey guys, how are you today? I'm having a pretty good day so far. I had a really funny encounter this morning that I thought, oh, my YouTube friends would love to hear about this. I don't know how we got on the subject, but I started telling the guy that was running the camera today during the morning show, we were doing a cut-in, and I was mentioning how there are like self-adhesive false eyelashes, and he was like, oh wow, cool. And I was like, I have some on right now actually. And he was like, no you don't. And I was like, yeah I do. And I think people have this perception, it just confirmed to me that people have this perception that false eyelashes have to be like wacky and unnatural, because he's like, I can't even see them. And so I just thought it was funny. And then like the weather guy was like, what, you have false eyelashes on? Like, and I'm like, dudes, I wear these probably, like 3 days out of the week on average, but it's just so funny. Like, they had no clue, like, really what they were about, how you put them on, how many people out there are probably wearing them that they don't know about. So it just cracked me up there, so I had to tell you guys. But I am going to be reviewing something today. It is the Coastal Scents Camouflage Concealer Palette. It has 10 shades of creamy concealer in here. So a great wide range from the dark shades all the way to the light shades. I wore this today on my under eye area, and I've been testing it out for quite some time. Actually using quite a few of the different shades. I've used, for example, there are 5 shades in here that are workable for me. So if you might find that a little unusual, but I have used this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one right here. So, yeah, I mean, if you think like, oh, well, only one's going to work for me, well, chances are a lot of them are going to work, and you can blend too, get a really different tone because you don't necessarily want like a really light white shade under your eye. You want something that is going to match your skin tone, so those circles will be concealed, not highlighted, okay? This is just a really neat product, and I'm comparing it to something I love, which is the Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer Kit and Corrector, which are products that are very high priced, very high quality though, and I use them on a daily basis. And so I compared it to this, and while the Bobbi Brown's has a little more moisture to it, if you put your finger in it or a brush in it, it has a little bit richer, more moist quality. These, while they are nice and creamy, they're not quite as rich. If you were to put some on your hand and like spread it out, it blends out to a very smooth consistency, not necessarily like that creamy, it's not quite as thick, let's put it that way, as the Bobbi Brown Concealer Kit. But that can be a good thing. These concealers would work well on blemishes because they're kind of that middle ground. They're not too thick, but they're not as thin as like a liquid concealer. I like using this type of concealer in a creamy format on my eye area because I find it tends to have better coverage than those more liquidy concealers that you might put on with a wand. This would be a great item primarily for like someone who's maybe your skin tone changes from season to season and you want something to be able to work with you as time passes, or you've got a lot of different concealing jobs to do on your face. Maybe it's redness in one area, maybe it's discoloration in another, blemishes, under eye circles, because you'll find that you will use more than just one shade here, because you've got different problems, and not everything takes a light white concealer. I can't stress that enough, but it's not going to work. It's not going to look right. Odds are that lightest shade, just because you think it's really dark, I need a really light shade to counteract it, odds are it's going to just end up highlighting it more. So keep that in mind. Makeup artists, I mean, for someone to have all of these shades to work on so many different, skin tones for, and it is great coverage. I mean, I have circles here. I do. You can kind of see it more by the shadow on that eye, but I felt like these did a great job of covering it up. To give you an example, the color I used today, it's not picking it up quite as well, but this one is a little bit more of a peachy, has a little bit of a pinky undertone, kind of like this one does as well. Both of these are a little bit on the pinky side, and so that salmony, peachy shade can work well as a concealer, so I'm glad that it has something in that ballpark there. But just a great variety of tones. I would definitely recommend this to those who are looking to do makeup on other people, or people who just want to try a great quality creamy concealer and completely take the guesswork out of what shade you are, because you just buy this. It's a great price, a great product. I will continue using this because I don't want to have to buy a Bobbi Brown all the time when I run out. So this, will be my go-to product. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and have a great day.